All right, I'm going to call the meeting to order then.
Okay.
Any changes, adds, or removals?
I want to add one on, under other business,
Okay.
after hour road emergencies.
Okay.
Just a quick discussion.
Sure. Okay. All right. Citizen comments.
Where are we up on the speed sign that's supposed to go up?
No, there's no grant money. No, the grant, you can't file a grant application until January, I believe it is, through AARP.
Really?
So we haven't done anything.
Thought we had got approval to put that flashing speed.
We got approval, but we haven't got funds.
Uh,
That's what it was. And we thought rather than spend town money, if we can get the AARP money. Not to be confused with ARPA, but
Okay.
it's the real AARP. Why they're the grantor, I don't know. It's great though. If we get some.
I would just like to say, I think the building is looking great. I think the improvements are really nice.
Thank you. Good.
Nice.
Good people notice.
Good work, Rick.
After all that money.
All right, so our first order of business is to approve the regular minutes from July 7th.
Yeah, I'll make a motion. We approve the minutes of July 7th.
I'll second that. There's the one for. Our next order of business is to approve the minutes from the July 22nd emergency meeting.
I'll make a motion. We approve those minutes.
I'll second that. And that was just to set the tax rate, which it's kind of moot.
Yeah.
There's new FEMA funds out there, and our county is eligible for them for any unmet needs. I looked through the slides through the ACCD, and so I don't know. And I said to Charlie, like, we had a lot of flood damage in 2023, right? $2 million worth, and we did great getting the work done, upgrades, everything. I can't find anything that we can use that. Is there any unmet need that you know about with roads?
I can't think of any right now.
Okay.
Not really.
Then, let's see. The only other thing it could be used for is moderate to low income housing. There's grants for that, and that's really not a select board thing, but
Yeah.
it's out there. If somebody wants to pursue it, they can. Said it. Okay. Next is the update on timelines for the FEMA road repairs.
I can speak to that.
Cool.
The slope failure on Hale Hollow Road is complete. Jeff Saylor did that. It looks really good. Did a good job. Got the road opened up like he said he was gonna. Round Top up here, all the repairs are done. What's left is just the paving, and that'll happen this month because Pike will be in town doing other roads for us. Jeff was supposed to finish the dead end road today, and I'm pretty sure he did. Jeff has a small job of his own to do, but then he's gonna go to McDonald over here next week. He's got a couple of weeks worth of work over there. Needs to be done by September 1. And then in September, he's gonna be going to Dublin Road, which answers your question about Georgiana.
All right, yeah.
1st of September, he should be over there.
Okay.
Yeah. Daniels is going to be working Frog City mid-September. And then they're going to go to the Day Beach on Scout Camp Road, work over there. Toll Waters has a tentative date to work on Apple Hill for mid-August. And then they'll go to the Paley Bridge in September. And the Big Bridge project on Scout Camp Road, which is a pretty significant undermine of that retaining wall, is on hold because of an archaeological dig requirement. So I don't know if that's gonna happen this year or not. We've been wrestling with FEMA about that process, but
Okay.
can't push a rope uphill.
All right.
That pretty much covers the roads. Mike's working on Hale Hollow this week, and I think he's got most of his projects wrapped up after that. So we're coming good.
All right.
Got them half done, and they're all in the works for the most part.
Are any of those gonna shut down the roads for any length of time?
Say that again?
Are any of those gonna shut down the roads for any length of time?
No,
Or-
no, no. I can give you an update on the 100A project, because I speak to the engineer and the inspector quite regularly, and I think they're gonna be, if not done on schedule, maybe a day ahead. They're coming really good. 2 retaining walls are set on both ends. They've already started backfilling those, and the deck plank are sitting there on 2 flatbed trailers right now, and the crane's coming back on Thursday to start setting those. So they're looking really good. I'm impressed. They're very organized, hardworking. That's a tough job. That's not an easy job. And from what I could see, they're doing really well.
There's a lot of eyes on it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. No, they're doing great. So, just another comment.
Great. That moves us on to the update on the building and the MERT team. And I think the question I was curious about, are we gonna do any follow-up with like a blower door test to see how the work turned out?
We can,
Okay.
we can. Let me make a note.
And it seems like MERT would pay for that, but and I'm happy to ask.
I would think they would.
They had those grants to assess the building before. You'd want to think they'd be
Yeah,
after
Let's do
that.
it.
Okay.
no problem.
Update on Bridge 116 and contacting the town of Bridgewater.
Which one's the 116?
That's the one down here that'll shut off.
By Markowski's?
Yep, by Markowski's. And so we wrote, Greg Markowski's been on top of this, by the way, and he's been talking to Lyle Jepson. We wrote a letter to the governor. I don't think the governor wants to give us an audience.
Yeah, doesn't look it. I don't know what the next move is.
About the lieutenant governor.
Well, he's interested, but I don't think it matters so much. And our state rep said they'd support us. Joe Majors,
Yep.
been really supportive, and Charlie knows about it. So if there's a meeting, they'll jump on board to support. So I guess I'll reach back out again and see where it's at, if we've gotten anywhere. And I contacted Steve Tarleton down in Bridgewater Selectboard, just to find out if they'd write a letter of support, but I haven't heard back from him. Little disappointing,
Yeah,
state. So, and we have a copy of could we post a copy of the letter here in the town office sometime? All right, yeah, okay. Just to let people read it. We were pretty direct,
yeah.
polite but direct.
No, the letter was good. Made the point, but don't expect them to do anything.
And I also contacted the landowner down there where the temporary bridge would go, and I think he's in a lawsuit with the state. By the way, he's not happy with the work that's been done down there.
Where's that?
Down just right above the bridge.
Plymouth. I mean, all the action happens in Plymouth.
So that is what can happen to you Zoom meetings when they're out there publicly
Yeah.
without a registration. So you need to
There's probably-
set that straight.
There's probably like bots out there doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I think you're, this is the first time it's happened. Zoom is starting to crack down. You may have received an email from Zoom recently.
And so what do? Just like mail out a separate password?
No, it'd just be like they recommend using a registration link rather than putting a Zoom ID and a new password on an agenda and on the website. Doing a registration link, that means anybody who wants to enter your Zoom meeting would have to put in their name and their email address, and then they get sent the link. It would be in your Zoom, it would be like in your settings in the back end. It's probably set up so that everybody can share it at any time.
Yep. Okay.
The administrative settings, it's pretty easy to get.
Yeah, it's in your web, like, I don't have access to the web settings. I mean, I could probably work with you on that, but.
Okay.
Anyway, I'll get it back up and running and I'll just be ready to.
All right.
That's our Zoom? That's still not your Zoom, right?
No.
There was somebody whose
It's
name
ours,
was
Zoom.
just Keegan who was on it, and everybody else whose name I recognize.
I know,
What?
I know who Keegan is. He's working.
Okay, so that might have been legitimate, so it was somebody else then, but, yeah.
Keegan's one of the contractors that works with.
Okay,
All right.
let's hope for the best here.
What were you saying, Jay, before our?
I don't know. I'm pretty odd. Oh, we're talking about 116, Bridge 116.
So, who's with the lawsuit?
I don't know if I should mention names, but I can tell you it's the property right above the bridge.
The Zembas?
Nope.
Okay.
And I don't know enough about it really to speak to it. So just an unhappy person with the state.
They're unhappy with the state.
Yeah.
Get in line.
Get on the list.
Alexander
Let's see, discussion, review, and possibly approve RFP for community center parking lot.
So at the last meeting, we talked about need for paving the parking at the community center. Pike is going to be in town this month doing some road paving, so Larry solicited a proposal from them for $24,000, and then Angela got another proposal from Twin State. It appears to be the same scope for $20,000. So that's what we got.
Okay.
I saw that.
Did you follow Angela's note payment? They want to drop them all and say, hey, we thought you did a good job.
You did reclaimed asphalt here, so, right? This is for regular hot tar asphalt, right?
He does that too. But I love that. Awesome.
It's got a lower price point, huh?
Yes, and it also drains amazingly. You don't have to deal with, asphalt up here tends to crack all the time. Stuff doesn't. It's just,
So the real question is, who's going to pay for it? How are we going to pay for it?
Do we have it in Larry's budget?
It's, the paving budget's committed this year.
Okay.
It would have to go in next year's if we were to
Okay.
include it there. We could do that or
Okay.
find some
It's
money.
asphalt now, right?
Hmm?
It's asphalt now.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Bake sale.
How does that stuff hold up, that other asphalt stuff you're talking about? With the plowing and stuff, yeah.
it's fine. They had to redo it this year because it wasn't, the first guy that came in and did it used the wrong size for the top layer, because it's gonna be real fine, because after the sun hits on it, it hardens like asphalt, and you don't have to deal. I had no problems plowing. Andrew Crossman does it. It's great.
Interesting. Okay.
You just have to, be wary of it, just make sure they got them laid up a little bit, so that's, technically, once it hardens, you don't pull stuff up. I mean, you could take a look at it. But they did a great job repairing the store this year, so it's just great.
All right.
When it rains, It just goes right down like this.
Huh. That is a good attribute. We don't have the money this year, right? So,
Not in,
okay.
not in the paving budget.
Looking at wait another year or whatever.
Good, I think so.
Okay.
It's not urgent, right?
Doesn't seem to be an emergency.
I guess we could also see where, if we get, what are we? We've just started our 2026 budget. If we got to, like March or whatever and things look like we had enough money left over, we
Yeah,
might be able to
we
do
can
it.
commit to it in the spring,
Okay.
sure. That's a good way of looking at it, yeah.
Do we ever have leftovers from any paving projects that they can throw towards that? You know what I
Yeah,
mean, like a Pike was doing something for us and they
Yeah,
just finished it earlier under budget, they can pave that. Well, their equipment was here.
that wouldn't fall under the auspices of FEMA, would it, since maybe some of the damage is
Huh?
contributed to the flood? Could you petition to get the funds to do that from that?
I don't know, I didn't see the qualifications for that new FEMA grant you were talking about
I'll do that.
earlier.
I'll go through those slides later again.
Okay,
You know, it's worth a try. Look, I mean, it doesn't cost me anything to review them.
yeah, it's worth a look, I suppose.
Let's see, next, the new fire truck has received and is in service for our town.
Yeah.
Angela or Dave, did you want to say anything about it?
Something wrong.
Yeah, we transitioned everything from the old engine that we actually have sold. That should be picked up tomorrow, we're hoping.
Oh, great.
And we've had a couple calls already, so
Right.
it was, yeah, it was nice.
To use it.
Yeah. yeah, they were
Everybody
great.
happy with the new truck?
Absolutely.
You bet. Good, that's great.
How much you get for that? Oh.
That's our next item.
Yeah, you definitely can get more. Did that guy buy it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah? Okay. How much do we get for it?
5,000.
Oh, great.
Yeah. I wanted to put it higher, but I was looking at what other departments were doing, but it was like instant. I was just being flooded by inquiries and calls and stuff. But the gentleman who bought it, we know him from Westminster.
Okay.
He's gonna use it in his gravel pit to water it down and stuff, put a thing on the back, so,
That's a good idea.
yeah, hardworking guy.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be one of those deals where it was just, we're gonna get, you know, what it was worth by the pound.
Good scraps. That's a good idea. It's a good use of that thing. Water truck.
You want me to sign both sheets, right? It looks like seller.
Yeah, there's 3, I think. And the title is there as well.
And I'm using red ink, is that okay? Okay.
The only thing with the title, it is to the town of Ludlow still.
Oh, because you never re-registered it, right? Or
Well,
was,
there's a letter that came back from the DMV that said because of the age it didn't need to be done.
Yeah.
But anything now has to be, is my understanding, so I don't know.
It'll transfer on for the sale.
Okay.
It doesn't need a title. It's 15 years ago.
Well,
You can give them the original title, they can keep it for the records, but
I think you need one, I don't know how to use it.
the title,
Something changed.
you do for anything 15 years or newer.
I thought it changed recently.
How recently? Like in this couple of weeks? That's my,
awesome. Well, glad to see that go.
wave goodbye.
That last town truck sat here for 9 months. That was like 5 or 6 years ago, wasn't it? We trying to sell it for, never got anything out of it, really. The tires. Discussion and approval of maintenance around the town of Plymouth signs. We,
Steve and Cindy still want to do it, I don't know.
we used to have volunteers, there's a group of volunteers doing it, I don't
I don't know
know,
if Steve's feeling very well
yeah.
anymore.
So that means,
We need volunteers.
yeah. Rick,
Rick,
What's that?
uh,
want to volunteer to maintain the signs in town?
all the vegetation under them.
Oh, yeah,
It's two.
No, there's
Or four.
yeah.
yeah, let me know. Oh, weed whacking. I don't mind. Let me know over there.
I wanted to add, so Andy Crossman said he would continue to paint them
Yep.
like he has in the past, and he would volunteer to do that. He would charge to build the stone walls and make something there. Jeff Saylor said he would donate the rock that we needed, so there'd be no cost for any of the rock to build something.
So that means getting rid of the landscaping stuff, that's,
Or build on, because there's a little bit of something there now, but just make it a
okay.
little hardier, robust.
So if you get a little higher, that means you don't have to trim the grass around it, you can plant flowers on top.
I put down some weed blocker.
Yeah, maybe like a raised bed type thing,
Yeah.
only out of stone.
And then mums in the fall, or pumpkins, or that kind of thing, just to have.
Yeah.
And maybe that's only on the 3 sides and not the Reading side, that's a little more tucked behind the fence, but.
Coming from Ludlow, that's a good one.
I think with all this AI
Some
stuff, we
OC.
could get a solar powered hologram to just,
Vegas signs, put all the lights on. Sure.
yeah. I mean, that's not a big expense, I guess, right?
If you see Andy, will you ask him if he's gonna continue that painting?
He is gonna continue.
He is?
He mentioned it today.
Oh, good,
Yep,
okay.
Yep.
Cause I know he did just 1 or 2
yep.
last winter, but.
He said he could get to that sooner than later. The
Yeah,
other stuff would
1 or 2
probably.
of them are pretty shabby, I forget which
Yeah.
one right now, but I'm sure he knows which ones.
Yep.
Oh, great,
In September, October, she said he could work on the stone walls, the stone things.
Great.
all right.
After hours road emergencies.
Yeah, I got a call from a resident, and this is just for discussion purposes.
Another one?
I don't know if it's in, no, probably one I put in an email to you guys. Picture this, senior citizen, has a second home. It's a camp on the end of a dead-end Class 3 road. He comes in at 9 o'clock at night. He's a quarter mile from his house, and there's a big log across the road. Friday night, fire department's closed, the office is closed. You know, what does he do? Now, there's never been an issue in the past that I know of. You know, if it was me coming up from out of state to a camp and I was on a dead-end dirt road, I'd probably throw a chainsaw in my truck, but
Hear ya.
that's not always
Yep.
the answer to everybody. You could go knock on a neighbor's door, hopefully you have a relationship with somebody in town to get some help. Or you could just go to town and come back the next day and figure something out. The question is, do we need to do anything or provide any kind of emergency numbers anywhere? And there isn't really anything on our website for after-hour calls. I mean, if it's a medical emergency, I told them he needs to call 911, obviously, and then go to dispatch and something will get figured out. But if it's just a roadblock and if it's after hours, I don't know what the answer is.
So, 2 questions. Is this a town road or is it their?
It's a town road.
So we're responsible for.
Maintaining the road, yeah.
Yeah.
That's, okay.
Yeah. But if highway department's closed, the people are out of town, the office is closed, who do you call? We kicked around some ideas, Larry and I and Angela, and I don't know who else was involved. Should we get a pager system where they can call dispatch and dispatch pages? Or do we set up an answering machine or answering system where all calls go to dispatch? But there's some downside to that because they're gonna be getting all the calls not just emergency calls, a nuisance calls, people calling up saying, hey, I got a pothole on my road, I need it fixed now, and blah, 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 or my road needs grading, or my lawn needs cutting, or,
Would
you
the
know.
fire department consider, I mean, if this happens once in a blue moon, for like you really can't pass the road, would the fire department take that on as?
I don't know.
I always carry an 8-inch electric chainsaw in my belt, just because I don't know.
Yeah.
I know.
I come up Hale Hall Road a lot, and there's some branches, so I just, cut them out of the way, and that's it.
Yeah.
If you're living and I'm not being unsympathetic, but if you're living in that type of situation, you've got to be prepared to come out and face these type of things, so you put an emergency kit in the back of your car
Yeah.
with something like that, or a saw. It's not like a massive tree, but I don't see how the town doesn't have to respond to that immediately though, because that's
I
not,
kind of agree with you, Rick.
it's not a safety issue.
I'm inclined to agree with you.
So that's all I was.
The other thing I told is,
Counter to that from an EMS perspective is if it's shutting down part of the road where there are people on the other side of it, if there was a medical emergency of some sort,
Then that's
or a fire
911.
emergency.
That's 911. That you call 911 and they'll take care of it. They will send a fire engine and everything, and that'll be good. But for this
Yeah, but
case,
it'll delay the response because you can't get past the downed tree, right?
But
So it
it's-
is kind of a safety issue.
sort of, but the town couldn't do anything about it anyway. They'd be quicker to do it with a fire department truck, right?
No, I'm saying if you know that the tree, if you know the road is
Yeah.
out for some reason, you could address it in advance as opposed to waiting and delaying the response for fire or EMS or
Yeah.
whatever, if there happened to be an issue.
If they were on the other side of the tree, I can see.
If they were,
There you go.
if there's an issue.
I'm not arguing, I just like, it's a typical, what do you do? We're up.
I know part of this is just rural life.
yeah.
It's part of
Yeah,
it.
I agree. The one thing I did tell this gentleman was, and he seemed satisfied with this for the time being, if he knows he's gonna come up, if he can call the
Yeah.
highway department or the town office, especially if there's been a storm or a rainstorm or thunderstorms or wind or something prior to his arrival, if he knows he's coming up, we can always run up and check the road for him. Larry or Tyler, or somebody can take a run up and make sure the road's clear if he knows he's coming up. And some people do that actually in snowstorms. You know, has my road been plowed yet? I'm coming up at 6 o'clock tonight.
Yep.
So it's not uncommon. And I think that helped him a little bit. And I'm satisfied with just going with that for now.
Yeah. I just don't want the highway department carrying a pager.
Yeah.
No, because
That's so
it's,
But I wanted to throw it out there anyway. for the
No,
discussion.
What do we do if it's a road that, like if Grandview Lodge at the bottom of it had a tree down, because there's a bunch of houses on the other side of it, right?
I don't know, like me, I carry a chainsaw, right? If I, like on our road or South End Road, if I'm driving around the trees there, I just get out, saw it out, kick it over the bank and keep going.
it was,
And I would do the same thing, but I'm not sure that everybody living on either side of that
Yeah.
road would end up doing that. Or
It's-
Messer Hill, or, any of those roads where there's quite a bit of traffic.
I remember, it was not last year, but 2023 when we had all that rain. I was coming up from Boston. It was right during the middle of all the rain, which is fine. But I turned left on 100A and not 500 feet up, there was a big tree across the road. Well, there's 5 cars on one side, 5 on the other, and they're all just sitting there. Oh, for God's sakes, people, got out, got my chainsaw, just cut it up, and everybody went their merry way. But, it's like, this is life up here. It's hard, but still, we're not in the city, where if a little branch falls in the street, you can call the city and they come clear it. So,
Or you probably actually have a better chance of somebody coming to clear here than in the street, but we're on break.
It's funny because there was one time, our house is in Dorchester, and I planted all these nice trees on the sidewalk. The city wouldn't do it. One of them grew like 50 feet tall, and during a storm, a branch fell. Well, my neighbors called me, are you gonna clear that? I'm like, why should I clear that? That's the city property. And, oh, we can't get by. I'm like, oh my God, people, you're so. I did go out with my chainsaw because I went out and did it. And, oh my God. Survival of the fittest, I guess. I don't know what it's called anymore.
Okay. I'll take care of
Yeah,
that.
but it's in the, class 3, 4 is maintenance at our discretion, right? Isn't that how that's written?
Class 3 we have to maintain.
Class 4 is at our discretion?
We have to grade once a year, that kind of thing. Very, very minimal, class 4.
Can I add something to that? And probably Larry talked with you about this, because he and I talked about, and my suggestion maybe was to have like on-call, you know what I mean, if there's a certain time of year, rotate, just, it would be Tyler or Larry or Martin, but a list of what is acceptable to reach out to Larry on, or so, don't call if it's let dispatch have a list, don't call if it's a pothole that, you drove,
They
you
can
know what I'm
wait.
saying, if it's a tree down, yes, what's emergency and what's not emergency. And have dispatch only have, because they got Larry's number, and or have them have Tyler's number, and they call them, it doesn't have to be, but, we talked about that as well. I don't know, just to have something out there.
If you mirror the state plowing plan, I don't have it with me, but I think it's like the next business day or something like that, if we get snowed in, right? So the state doesn't necessarily respond the same day either.
Interesting.
I only think of
That's a good idea.
emergency, like you said, that would
Good
be my
point.
only.
Yeah, I mean,
if
I
the
don't
road's
think that's a
blocked.
great solution, but that's the reality of it. Rick said,
The words, right? That's why I believe you, that's why we like it.
I believe my number is listed on the website as road commissioner, so anybody can call me and I can determine whether I think it's an emergency or not, and I know how to get a hold of Larry or Tyler if I have to, but anyway, that is out there.
So we're not gonna stop picking anything up now, or we'll just call you, you'll come get me. Come help us. Hey Rick, man, I got a branch. Come slap it.
Seen it all. Jeez.
Good boy.
God bless America.
Yep. All right.
That, we should probably, before we go to warrants and mail, next select board meeting date, which would be the 1st September. September. Is that September 1st? That's Labor Day.
Oh, boy.
Cause that's the next Monday.
I have a strange question. So I've had a lot of requests to have an open outside in the back of the store, like a music night or something like that. What type of permits do I need for that?
I think there may be some if you serve alcohol. I don't know.
I won't be, they can bring their own, but I can't do
There's
it.
no ordinance by the town.
It's what?
There's no ordinance that says you can't have it through the town.
Oh, okay. I'm just curious, because I thought a lot of local musicians volunteered to come and have like a little mini concert for 2 hours or something. But, and just, people come, pay a little bit for something. Okay, just curious.
BYOB deal.
Yeah,
that I don't want to get into that. That I know I
You're
would.
better off, let them bring their own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you can sell it to them now. What? That's better for your bottom
I
line.
could do it, but then I'd have to look into the state.
Yeah, that's it. Can it be consumed on premises is the question.
Open consumption.
Once they leave the store, I don't allow them, technically they can start drinking it.
Yeah.
Once they leave the doors,
Oh, okay, there you
I'm
go.
absolved.
There you go.
You know.
Sounds like you answered your own question then.
Okay.
Cool. Put one of those inflatable screens, dude, have a movie night or something out there.
Somebody mentioned that too, please. That'd be very easy to do. You know, especially mosquitoes and all the bugs aren't so bad right now anymore. So it'd be a good time to do it around this time.
Plymouth Drive-In. The old
It's
days.
gonna call a walk-in, Rich. Yeah, Plymouth walk-in now.
Any agenda items for the next meeting?
Tom,
Yeah.
we can
Oh, no.
So we're gonna go the second Monday, or?
It sounds like it. I may have a homeless prevention center board meeting. Monday's the only thing, so I might not make it. But I don't want to screw up Labor Day.
Yeah. We'll just go with the 3rd? Skip 2?
And I'm on vacation.
Okay, well,
I think,
takes care of that.
okay, stick with the 8th?
Hmm?
We'll stick with the 8th then.
Yeah, okay.
See if I can make it.
You good with the 8th, Keith?
Sure.
Okay.
And we don't have any executive session stuff. All right, like I said, leaves us with warrants and mail.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. You know, Tom Gianola passed, and I didn't know if we should say something. I figured we don't normally do that. I asked him about it earlier.
You got somebody managing this place?
I got some plan in place. I guess he knew it could happen.
What's gonna happen to him?
What's that?
What, does he got family or something that's gonna take it?
I don't know exactly, but I guess there's a plan. See you, Dave.
See you,
I think
Dave.
he's got there's a plan in place. I don't have no idea. And I know he's got a daughter. I don't know what that means.
Thank you, Rick.
Wonder if they'll sell it.
Was she working?
See you, Rick.
Was she working here?
No, I don't think so. I know his, I think, she may have, gotten married down there a couple years ago.
Oh,
You know, that's how I knew. He was looking for an antique car at the time. I think we're finished, Patrick.
Oh.
Yeah.
You adjourn?
No, we're just doing warrants and mail.